Here you go, on popular demand. Okay, so today we're going to talk about LinkedIn marketing, and I'm going to run you through in terms of creating your profile, how to create your company's page, what all are the necessary things required for doing that, and how you can find out relevant people, how you can find out relevant groups for you, how you can contribute, how you can connect, and of course, how to grow your business at the end of it. So focused entirely on LinkedIn marketing. And amongst the expert, we have found that in export business, especially in the B2B market, it is kind of the number one marketing channel. Of course, we have email marketing, which is there, and both of them are almost, kind of having different positives in what they have. So let's go talk about LinkedIn marketing, and then once you come back, I'll be happy answering questions. And yes, before we go to the next breakout session, if you have any requirement, any ask, any product you want to do, please you can ask here in the group. Maybe there are people in this group who can help you out. Or if you want to share something, we will get that share first and then move you to a breakout room from which you can leave at your own disposal. Okay. So let me start today's session. Here we go. So Amit, raise hand. Amit, okay, go ahead. Let's ask the question first and then we can go ahead.
Yeah, Sandeep, we have, products like herbal extracts, standardized herbal extracts, enzymes.
Okay.
So, I would like to create a page on LinkedIn of the products on, B2B marketplace. So how can I go about on that
Amit, I think go through the session, and after that, if you have any question, please be happy to do that. Okay.
Definitely. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay. So we're going to talk about LinkedIn marketing. Let's try to understand. LinkedIn is more person-to-person based communication where people connect with people. So if you have to connect with someone, it has to be connected by you. So unlike other places, your personal profile is also equally important as your company profile here. So we're going to talk about two things. One, your personal profile. Second, your company page. So these are two different identities. So let's talk about, first of all, your personal profile. So before that, let's see what are we going to cover today. We're going to talk about the first steps, search for right connections, how you can search for right connections, the modern B2B buyer's journey, how to choose groups and participate in those groups, onward journey after connect is based. Like once you're connected with someone, how you are going, what you're going to do, what are the next steps? Like you connected with me for business, but what are the next steps? What you should do and what you should not do also. A company-based page, business page, content for B2B marketing, what kind of content you should make if you're talking about business to business, how to make your content stand out, what kind of content should be made so that people really want to connect with you. What you should not do in LinkedIn, something very, very critical, because good connections, a lot of people can put off if you do something which is not really kind of norm for LinkedIn. Of course, the premium business account of LinkedIn, I'll give you some inputs on that. And finally, something very, very strong, which is a sales navigator. A new tool which is not used by too many people, but yes, it is a very, very effective tool. So this is what we're going to cover today. And if you have any questions, please write that down. I want to go with the flow, finish the session, and then would like to answer all your questions. So if you have any question in the mind in between, please ask it after we're done the session. And I know that it is really going to be very, very helpful for you. Success mantra from winning mantra is going to be our last bit for you. So let's go and talk about the first step. First step is your personal profile. First of all, upload a professional photograph. this is a professional forum. The people in this platform are either professionals, people who are working in bigger companies and corporates, or business owners. So the picture you put in here, like in Insta or in some other account, you might put a casual picture as well. Even on Facebook, you can do that to a certain extent. But even now, Facebook has also become more a business than personal thing. So here, the the photograph should be professional. Your face should be visible. It should not be like too small a picture, because not only your photograph is shown on the profile, but whenever you comment on anyone's post, your photograph will be visible. So it's a very, very important part for you to have a professional photograph and put it as, put it in your LinkedIn profile. The second thing is add your location and industry, which industry you belong to, and of course, your location. Where are you from? It's important to put them there. Customize your LinkedIn URL. Now, there is a feature while you create your personal profile that you can customize your LinkedIn URL. So it can be like @Deepak Voda, @Sandeep Kaushik. So you can create that kind of URL. And why it is important? Because when you want to put it up for people to connect with you, for people to reach out to you, it has to be simple URL. You can use it on your blogs, in your articles, in your emails. So you can actually use that URL very regularly. Second one is a new feature, which is like featured. Featured is a place where you can actually show links of your websites, your blogs, or your profile. If you have a company profile made, you can actually put the link there. That's a featured thing from you. Okay, which is very, very important. Secondly, write a summary. There is a summary portion about you. You need to really write it in a very nice way. Try to be more professional. Of course, you can talk about some personal achievements as well, but it should be kept in a mind, or it should be written in a way that a person to whom you want to connect, he should be able to know you better and how you can add value to his business or his professional career. So the summary should be kept in that way. Describe your experience. Now, whatever experience you have, or even you don't have experience, it's okay. You have to describe that experience in chronological order. What you're doing today or what you have done in past, all that should be clearly written. It is very important to show your experience. Maybe you're starting business now, or maybe you're doing business for 20 years. So all those things will help people to connect with you better. And then do add some skill sets, like what skills you have. Those skills would be really helpful for you. The people will be able to correlate with those skills. And then fill out your educational details. That again is very important. And finally, initially, whenever you start your first profile, add 50 plus professional connections. So these are very critical. You can start with people in your staff, in your industry, people whom you know. And then, of course, I will tell you how to search and how to grow your connections. I'm going to tell you that just now. So this is all about your profile. When you send someone a connection request, they will look at your profile. And also, if you see the header on top, where you write about owner of this, co-founder of this, that is the place where you should start with what you can do for people, how you can help people. That is something which is very important. Rather than just writing co-founder, winning mantra, this, Macau books, this, go for growth consulting, it's fine. We should write that. But also the first line should be what value addition we can do if you connect with me. So that is something which is very important. Deepak, I would say that I will write to answer all the questions at the end. Please write it down. it will be good if you can answer that. Okay. Please write down your question. We'll be happy to help. So, how to search the right connections? I'm going to take you straight away to my account and tell you how you can find people and how you can connect with them, and which is very important for you to understand. Just a minute. Seems to have some problem with my net. Just a minute. Gagan, can you help me? There's some problem in me open in LinkedIn. Can you please open that?
Yeah,
Just for a
sure.
minute. Yeah, just like open your LinkedIn account.
There you go.
Just a minute. What's happening? Can you share, Gagan?
Go ahead, Sandeep.
Just a minute. Let me just try one last time. Okay, so Gagan, can you just open?
Oh yeah. Okay, sorry.
It's not
I thought
working,
you were
right?
you were
No,
starting.
it's not. Some problem. I don't know what it is.
Yeah, please tell me.
So as you can see, Gagan, can you just open your profile, please? So here is Gagan profile. As you can see, marketing consultant, trainer, runs India's first exhibitor lead management app. Can you just go down, Gagan? As you can see, he has different details here. Dashboard is there. Okay, this is the featured thing which you're talking about. He's put in some of his videos as featured. Then he has followers and all the activities been doing on LinkedIn, all the blogs and posts which he's putting up personally. This is about Gagan. He's got his profile there, something you need to create. Of course, the experience. So all that you can see, Go for Growth Consulting, Sero, Winning Mantra, Arrow Trainings at Gurgaon region. All that in chronological order. He's talked about his education, Hansraj College, International Management Institute, IMI. Of course, other licenses and certifications which he has got. And some skill endorsement which a lot of people would like to endorse you for your skills. So received governed accomplishments in various languages. He knows English, French, Hindi, Punjabi, which is great. I never knew about French, Gagan. His interest there. So this is like what it kind of a profile looks like. And you should create a profile like that, a good background picture, which can depict, if you just one business, you can just depict that. Gagan has multiple businesses, so he's showing that. And then what you need to do is, for connections, you have to search for people. And for search, like for example, you are in apparel business. So you say purchase manager, Gagan, can you just write down? Purchase manager, and you can say women wear. And just search for results. Now, what you get is purchase managers from women's wear brands all over the world. Karan, can you just go down so that we can show that what all searches can be done? A little down more. More down. Okay. As you can see, you have people also searched for. You can see just down slightly more. Yeah. So you can look at not only purchase manager women's wear, you can look at buyers women wear, procurement manager women's wear, purchase manager women's wear, buying manager women's wear, purchase manager fashion, procurement women's. So these are the people you can search. These are different kind of keywords you can search people for. And then like we told you that we have to focus on various countries. So we should focus on country-wise connection. So we will go to all filters. Gagan, can you just choose that? Yeah. All filters, as you can see, the first one is first connection, second connection, third connection. First connection is the people with whom you are connected already. Second connection is people connected with your connections. Like if I am connected to Gagan, so all the connections of Gagan, I can actually send connections. So I can, if I choose second, I will see only that. If you choose third, they are the connections of second. So like first here is your connection, second is his connection, and third is the connections connection. So we are not going to work on that as of now, but which you can try. The second one would be, say, for France, or you can add a location. Then let's show them how to add a location. You say United Kingdom. United Kingdom is there, so maybe anything. Yeah, Netherlands. Okay, just choose Netherlands and remove France and say show results. And when you say show results, these are the results for people in Netherlands. Now you open their profile. Okay, say Marlene Coops. We open their profile. We see what they are doing. She's from Amsterdam Fashion. She's a buyer manager. So we look at their profile, and if we feel that this is the right connection for us, then what we do, we connect. We just say connect, add a note, and here you have to write a note that why you want to connect with that person. And that note should be personalized. And how personalized? You need to, first of all, understand that person's persona, like in what Marlene Coops is doing. And you need to start with showing some kind of gratitude, or that, I really love the kind of products you are making, your company is doing well. I mean, some nice things, and then would like to connect with you as an industry professional. I mean, we don't have to sell anything. We don't have to say that, okay, I am an exporter from India. I want to connect with you so that I can sell to you. Or, I am an exporter. I'm looking for more markets. So no selling here. Right now, you're just connecting. So write something nice. Of course, there's only 300 words, so it has to be very precise. So maybe with time, write down, sitting in peace, write down few 5-6 messages for various kind of people like buyers, importers, wholesalers. So create that and add that personal touch to it. So that is how you are able to find people, like all the shortlisted countries one by one. You can find out these, and you can use all the keywords, like all the keywords Gagan showed you. You have to see all of them one by one, and then you can connect with people. This is how you connect. Okay, I hope it is clear to everyone that how you have to connect. Look for a person, particular category, go for a particular country, and go country by country rather than going to everyone in the world. It's better to be focused. That's what we told you since beginning. Thank you, Gagan. I think we can. Okay. So this was searching for right connections, and of course, sending them a connection request so that they can connect with you and send a personalized thing. Do write their name so that they are kind of happy connecting with you. And then trust me, if it's a personalized note, you will find a lot of people connecting with you. And yes, as soon as they get a request, the first thing to do is look at your profile. So don't send any request before your profile is completely ready. The second one is let's understand the B2B buyer's journey. Like any B2B buyer, and this has nothing to do with LinkedIn as such, but I would like to talk about what would be a buyer's journey so that he can start working with you. First would be awareness. You want to make him aware about you as an individual or a company. Then you have to create interest. Okay, you have to create interest into your products. Then you have to instigate. Instigate means you have to kind of do something so that he would like to know more about it. And then start considering about your product. And of course, once the connections are made, once the things are done, the purchase happen. Once the purchase happen by a B2B buyer, as a company owner, as an exporter, as a manufacturer, as a business owner, you should always check about the satisfaction level. That how satisfied they are with the product, with the delivery, with everything. And finally, you have to really follow it up for repurchase or upsell. Repurchase is like if you want to purchase the same thing, or you can offer that last time you bought this product line, but we do have certain other things to offer. Try to upsell. Upselling is starting with smaller things, growing it in one level up like that. So this is a typical B2B buyer's journey. And why I told you this today? Because when you connect with people, you already connected with people, you have chosen them, connected with them. You need to understand the journey. A lot of people do this. They send me a connection request. I find them good. I say yes. And the first thing they send is a sales pitch. Never, ever do that. Never do that. Because not only it turns a person off, also makes you feel that you don't really know how to connect with people. Because this is a people-to-people connection. So very important to understand that. But let's see how to choose groups and participate. We have done the search in terms of people. Similarly, we can do a search in terms of group. And then we can, just a minute. Finally, I'm able to open, so great. Okay, so let's see how we can find out the groups and then choose them. So I have simply opened my profile and I've searched for leather wallets. For example, whatever your product is, you can search for that, or whatever your industry is, you can search for that. And then as you can see, there are various options. People. So people in leather wallets, groups, companies, posts, jobs, schools, courses, events, services. So all these are your filters. What you do, you choose groups. Now, these are the groups for various bags. You can see if there are good groups. Go and check out the number of people which are there and then connect. For example, leather wallets, but more very specific. So we can say leather industry. Now you can see Leather World Network, 12,000 members. Hides and Leather, 11,000 members. Leatherjobs.com, 8.5K members. So these are the kind of groups you need to join and of course start contributing. So whatever you are, whatever write-ups you're doing, whatever blogs you're going to write. And also, once you're a member, you need to contribute there, that if someone writes something there, you need to reply to them with intelligent comments. It's something where you add some value. So people will start noticing you there. For example, you go to Leatherworld Network. Okay, this is the group. I have 5 connections in this group already. Some people I know in that. And of course, once you join, you'll be able to find out the kind of posts they are doing and stuff like that. Okay. So this is how you search for products, search for groups, choose the right groups and join there. Make a list. It's always there on the left, but make a list and make sure that you have various people. Like you can see, I am part of Europe Import Export Trading. Just see this. I'm part of this group where there are 35,000 members. I can invite connections. And as you can see that there are people doing all kind of things here. If you think something is relevant, because this is general group for import, export and trading in Europe. So people are trying to put in everything they have. But yes, you do find right-minded people and people do connect with you. So it's a good place to search for things. So first thing you need to do is find out groups which are industry specific or a country specific if you're focusing on country. And then you can also look for generalized group which are for export, import on a particular region, like Middle East or Europe or Latin America or US or Vietnam. So I mean, all kind of groups are there. You need to go there and join them and then be contributing. So this is how you choose the people, connect with them, choose the groups, be a part of it. And then comes, what do you do after you get connected? First thing, always send a message. Thank you for connecting. Looking forward to add value to each other. Something like that. A thank you note. And of course, the next one is, if it's posting regularly somewhere, the person, whenever somebody known to you puts up a comment, you get in the notification. And if you see that notification, then try to comment on what he has posted. Suppose you connected with me. I have posted a post about anything. You should just not say, you should just like it or say great or wow, awesome. No, just do a good comment to that, something which adds value, not contradict him, but add value or supplement what he's saying. So that is something you should do. Of course, make the first message, like first message you do after maybe 7 or 10 days, not before that, should be about more about them than you. So express an interest in knowing more about them. So you, in that message, you talk more about what they are doing rather than what you are doing. Again, it's not a sales pitch. And then if connect and is a possible client or an affiliate, try and fix up a meeting. Okay. Try to fix up a Zoom call or a meeting the way they feel comfortable. When you meet, focus on the pains and challenges of the industry. Maybe he will come out with some of his pains and challenges. Talk about your value proposition. Don't try to sell, but normally talk about your value proposition, how you add value to people's business. And yes, don't make stories. Don't talk long. Be brief, be concise. Focus on your goal for that meeting. Now, when you meet someone, there has to be a goal that why I am meeting. Like today, we are coming to this LinkedIn session. My focus was clear that I should tell all of you that how to create a great LinkedIn profiles and how you can actually connect with the right people and how you can take it further. So my focus is clear and I'm working on that. Similarly, when you are meeting someone, the focus should be clear and work on your goal. This is an onward journey. And of course, connect with people after a gap. Don't try to be very pushy with these people because they might get off. So the connection should not be like every 2 days, next day, no. Take some time, unless they ask you something. So this is the journey of you after getting connected. Now let's see about the business page. Now, business page, first thing first, complete your page profile. Like I said, your company, your personal profile, there has to be a company page profile. There are all the different things there. So make a profile, could give all details about the products and services and things like that, and create a nice profile. Now, optimize your page for SEO keywords. Now, what does that mean? Let's try to understand that. See, SEO keywords are the words which people can think of searching. Like, for example, if you say manufacturers of silverware in Delhi. Okay. So if I am searching for a silverware manufacturer in Delhi, I will write that as a keyword. So in the profile of you, Mr. Voda, you should have that written somewhere. So the keywords which we say you need for your website so that people can search you better should also be part of your company business page, so that when people search that, they can also find your LinkedIn page. What you get as a page is that you can follow 3 most desired hashtags. When you create your business page, you can follow 3 hashtags. So look at the hashtags which are most important for your industry and choose them. You can only choose 3. Why? Because when people search for that, you will be searched. So the searchability improves. And similarly, you will also get more and more information about those hashtags. Engage your employees. Your employees, people who are with you in your team, they should also be engaged with your page so that you can get more and better engagement for your business page. Always add a follow button to your website and email signature. So in your website, there has to be very clearly a button where they can push and you can go to the LinkedIn page and they can follow you. Or in your email signature, whenever you're sending an email, there has to be a signature where you should have all social media links. So LinkedIn link is also a must. So make sure that you have a follow button on your website and also your email signature. Add your page link in your personal profile. So you have a personal profile for Sandeep Kaushik. I have my company page as Macao Books or Winning Mantra. So I would post those links into my personal profile so the people who are connected with me can also connect with my page. Post content on your page regularly. There has to be consistency. We talked about that. Of course, the new class will be talking that there has to be consistent post on your LinkedIn profile, like twice a week or maximum thrice a week. Join topical conversation. If you have any conversation happening on the hashtag for the topic which you are an expert, join that conversation. Whenever you find something like that, join that conversation. Enlist help for customers and brand advocates. If you have customers, take their help. If you have some brand advocates, enlist them, get them to work with you to grow your page. Engage with them. There are some people who love your brand. Engage them so that they can help you add more and more people. Adjust your content based on page analytics. Now, LinkedIn gives you a feature where you can actually do page analytics in terms of finding out that what kind of your posts or articles are doing better. What kind of articles are liked by people? What kind of videos are liked by people? So when you find that analytics and see there's a typical kind of post or videos or blogs or articles which are liked by people, you start doing more of them. So page analytics is very important. And then mention influencers and companies you admire in the page. So if you admire some companies, even foreign companies, always put that in your page. Write about them, write about the influencer. It is, I mean, if suppose you are telling something good about me, somebody's writing good about me, I would love to do something for them. It's kind of, it's always the human tendency. So mention influencers and companies you admire in your page updates. It's always good. Share plenty of video and visual content. Nowadays, earlier people used to say that LinkedIn is no video place, but now videos are very important as any other social media. Encourage your experts to participate in LinkedIn groups. You, of course, join groups and participate, and also you are experts in the company. If you have a design expert, a production expert, so ask them to join these groups and contribute there as a company. Launch a follower ad campaign so that you can get more and more followers to your business page. Encourage engagement of your post. Yes, encourage engagement of your post. You can create some engaging post, some polls, some quizzes that will help you in more engagement, especially when talking about the industry. Analyze your competitors' page. If you have competitors, always analyze their page, see how and what kind of post they are doing. Coordinate with influencers. Try to really get them influenced for you as well. Respond to relevant comments. When you write something, when your social media has shared something, if someone has written a comment like you write to others, please reply to the comment. It's not that he's written a comment, it's just left there. At least like it, reply it, say thanks or something. If you have a job opening in your company, share your job posting on your page. It'll give you quite a lot of visibility because a lot of people in the industry would look for that. And something which is very important is find the balance in your personal and business page. What does that mean? It means that if you're writing something on your personal page, and if it is relevant for the group, share in the group as well. If your group has shared something, you should share in your personal thing with some addition comments on that. Suppose you have, as your company, like as Winning Mantra, we have put in something there, and I see that, I add something on top of it and share on my personal profile also. So this is how you use business page, you grow the people who follow you, and of course you interact with them. And then what is the kind of content you should write for B2B marketing? For you, for your business pages, what kind of content you should write? Blogs. Blogs are a must. Blogs which add value about the industry, about your knowledge of the industries. Please write that. If you're not good at writing, write it and get it corrected by someone. But the idea should come from you. Any industry news or research, if you find somewhere, collate it and share. In-depth list about how to do this, and list of styles and posts. So all these things, when you do some study, share with the people. Something you have learned to share with the people. Some quick tips that how you can do this. That's something you should do. Success stories. If you've done something with someone, created some new product for someone, helped someone to achieve something, share those stories. The photo updates, all the photographs updates should be there. All these I'm talking about is professional work, not personal. Not your personal trip to Manali or something, no. The company updates, if there's something happening in the company, some new products being launched, something, some new trends are being followed, some new office you have opened, some new person has joined you, all that should be there. Content should reflect your business goals. Whatever business goals are there, it should be in sync with that. And we always say, and Gagan always says this, that we should have a clear-cut marketing strategy and a communication strategy so that we know how to really put the right material. And then how to make your content stand out is very simple. Use very eye-catchy visual images. Share content that offers real value to business in your industry. Look at that, the value addition has to be there. Engage with people who comment on your post. So these are the three most important things, wherein you use eye-catchy visual images. Even if you're writing a blog, the header should be very eye-catchy. Share content which offers value to the business owners in your industry. And finally, engage with people who comment on your post. What you should not do on LinkedIn. Very simple. No controversial post. Political or religious post, absolutely no. Sales pitch, never do that. Too much personal information on the post, no. Anything negative or unprofessional, no. Not even in post, not even in comments. Don't send spammy messages. A lot of people spam people. Don't do that. Don't send irrelevant messages. Irrelevant messages which has nothing to do with your industry, with your business. Please don't put on that. Even if you love something which is out of the world, please don't put it. I see you viewed my profile. I mean, if you are in the business place where you can actually see who viewed your profile, you just write them, I see you viewed my profile. What does that mean? Don't write that. Don't add connections to your email list. A lot of people find connections and add them to their email list and start emailing them. Don't do that. If they're connected with you on LinkedIn, till the time it reaches a level when they ask you to send them emails and details, don't start sending emails. Don't ask new connections to endorse you. I am connected to you today and you're saying, please endorse me to my capability as a designer. Never do that. If you have some connection with them, it takes time to build up a relationship. Only after that, ask them to endorse. So these are the big no's for your LinkedIn pages, whether it's your personal thing and also your professional page. And let's talk about LinkedIn Premium. What is LinkedIn Premium? It's a paid account where you get extended LinkedIn network access. So there's a lot of network you can access. You can actually reach out to anyone. You can send messages to anyone that is possible. 15 in-mail per month. There's a feature called in-mail, which is the inside mail of LinkedIn. As a normal user, you can't send any, but as an in-mail, you can send 15 per month if you take a LinkedIn Premium. You can always find who viewed your profile. Whenever you go to a normal account, you'll say 340 people viewed your profile, but you don't know who viewed your profile. So with LinkedIn Premium, you can find that out. LinkedIn Learning is a place where you have amazing learning videos, not only about LinkedIn, but about your business. So you can actually go through these courses. If you're a LinkedIn Premium member, you can get the LinkedIn Learning along with that. And of course, regular business insights by professionals. So LinkedIn has these features for people. As you can see, when you see here in the corner, there are learnings, there are insights. These are business insights. There are groups, there are Pro Finder. This is for if you want to find a professional. So if you see, go to learning. And as you can see, there are lots and lots of learning opportunities there. So you have a lot of videos and you can search videos. So there are different things. So in new business development, sales, entrepreneurs, social marketing, I'm going to go here. You see the social marketing game. And these are some very effective modules. Of course, they are paid. So if you want to see this, social media marketing trends, 78,000 people. So you will also find out how many people have gone through this course. Social media marketing strategies and optimization, 100,000 people. So this is how you can actually use the premium account. I would not say that you should start with this. Get on to the LinkedIn thing, make your profile, make your connections, and then later on, think about LinkedIn Premium when you have the right people to do. And finally, there's something very important, is a LinkedIn Sales Navigator. This is a navigator, a tool which is for professionals, for team and enterprise. There are three different models: professional for you, individual; team if you have more people; enterprise if you're a bigger company. So it helps you generate leads. It's a lead builder. And it is like a CRM where you can save up to 5,000 prospects in your Sales Navigator only. It has advanced filters for you to find out people like keywords, industry, company, geography, seniority level, company size, relationship, and function. So the normal filters which you have seen, which we showed you, it has just 3 or 4 filters. But when you go to the Sales Navigator, you can actually have multiple advanced filters. You can send 30 emails every month, save up to 5,000 prospects, monitor your performance as in a CRM, use TeamLink to connect with huge audience. You can actually connect with huge audience in this, and integrate your Sales Navigator with your CRM software like Salesforce or Zoho or whatever CRM you're using. You can connect it to Sales Navigator and automatically the data will come to your CRM. So it's a very, very strong tool. But again, I would suggest you to use it only once you're done with the basics. Profile is done, groups are done, people are liking it, engagement happening, your product have social media things and all that. When you're doing good, that is the time to add it, not at the beginning. And finally, I think this is what we have, and I'm going to answer each and every question. And it said that mantra from Winning Mantra for success in LinkedIn is spend 1 hour every day, 7 days a week, and get your dream connects. This is something a lot of people are doing. If you can't spend 1 hour, minimum half an hour is a must. The path to success is to take massive determined action, and the action to really utilize this, to utilize the potential of this B2B tool, which is just amazing, is that you have to spend time, and you have to spend it personally. Others can't really do it for you. Thank you very much for your patience. And now, of course, we are open to all the questions you have. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Sandeep, for such an interesting session today on LinkedIn. I'm sure a lot of you who had several questions, some of the questions may definitely would have got solved. And I know that this would have given a generation to more questions, which are now the next level questions. So we are definitely now looking forward to have all the questions from you. And like this, every time in a mixer, we will keep giving you many more action points and advices, which can help you in your business growth. So raise your hand, ask a question. Sandeep will be happy to answer. Sandeep, there are
I love it that there are no questions.
no, there are some questions in the chat box. If you
I think I would say that please open mic and ask the question. Okay, Deepak, please go ahead.
Deepak, please go ahead.
Yeah, you can.
Now I'm unmuted myself. Yeah. No, first is what's the difference between URL and our own page? You had mentioned them separately. Is it the same or?
No, it's like whenever you create your own profile, if you want to share it somewhere, it's always better to create a smaller URL. Like, otherwise it'll be long, like LinkedIn / Deepak Vora / whatever. You can create your personal URL. That would be like @Deepak Vora 21 or whatever it is. So it's easier for people to connect with you, and you can also mention that link. You can connect that link wherever it is. It's easier to remember, nothing else.
So you can also have your web page as a link to that, you know?
No. Web page
Your
will take you to
website.
web page. I mean, if you want someone to like your page or someone to connect with you on LinkedIn, you want to mention it on your personal email ID. I mean, email signature, you want to have your personal or your official, depending on where you want people to connect.
So just to add what Sandeep said, Deepak, URL is something what you call it as a link. Link is URL. URL is basically nothing else. If you're talking about www.episodesilver.com, that is your company's URL. Simply a web link. Okay, but this is a unique link which you get, which everybody gets. For example, on LinkedIn /profile /Deepak Vora, that is your unique LinkedIn link, which is LinkedIn URL. In simple terms, URL is that. So everybody, you should put, like the way Sandeep is saying, put these links in your, whenever you're sending out messages to people for sales, or whenever you are sending out emails to people, any link which is unique to you is the URL which you should put in these.
Okay, not the website, but a link like this. Yeah.
Website is also URL, by the way. Your unique link, which is your Facebook link. If you have a Facebook page, somebody, when you say go to my page, that link is actually your URL. Facebook.com/Deepak Vora. That's your URL. Everybody
You have
has
to see what works best with you.
Yes.
And Sales Navigator, that's part of the professional LinkedIn, or is it separate paid service? Sandeep,
Sorry.
the Sales Navigator that you had mentioned,
Uh-huh.
is it part of the professional or whatever the
No.
paid
It's,
service that you do?
it is
Or
it is
separately
different.
paid?
It is a paid service. Sales Navigator is a paid service, and it's not part of premium. That's a separate one. And of course, there are one more tool available for that, but I think Sales Navigator is not part of premium.
So it will be quite expensive, I suppose.
Not really. I can find that for you. It is expensive. It is not something which is
Yeah, that is the other one is 60,000 a year or something. That's something like that.
something like that. See,
But Sales Navigator, I don't know.
paid service is not never very cheap, for
Yeah,
LinkedIn. So
yeah.
that's why a lot of people don't really go in for the paid one. But I think you can manage. If you are good, if you're smart, I'll tell you a hack just now for everyone is that suppose I want to connect with someone and he's not in my second connection, I can't send him a message. But if you go to his profile and you can, I mean, some people block their profile, but most of the people have profile as open. You go and see which groups he's part of. For example, you want to connect to Gagan Kapoor. Gagan Kapoor, you're not able to connect. This is your second, third connection. So what you can do is you can go and see Gagan's profile, see which groups he's part of, join that group. Once you're part of the group, you can send him a message.
Okay.
So these are the kind of hacks you can learn with time and you can utilize it. Frankly, unless you really reach a level where you need those kind of connects, I think it's very expensive to have these tools. I have not taken it till now, but yes, some people are using it. So if you want to take a try, do that.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Okay. Who's
Thank you,
next?
Gagan.
Gagan, let me just see who's coming next.
Abhishek, then Mona.
Yes, sir. So I wrote on the chat that whether we should have a company's profile on or personal profile, because what happened that I paid my digital marketing. He's a digital marketer. He's doing marketing on Facebook, on LinkedIn, on Insta. So he has created my company's profile. So shall I go ahead with the that company's profile, or shall I make one for myself personal and then
Both.
start doing?
Both, Abhishek. The connections will not happen through your company. Your company page will have followers. Okay.
Yeah.
If you have to connect with anyone, it has to be done by you. So create your personal profile. It is very important. Again, as I said, that LinkedIn is a person-to-person connection. So very important to have both of them. Your company connection, because once you write, when somebody visits you, your company page will be there. He will connect to it. He will just put it on. You can show only one company there, not multiple. So you'll just put in that company name and find out about your company from there.
Okay, sir. Thanks.
Thank you. Mona, please go ahead.
Muted, Mona.
Sorry, the voice, I muted it. An excellent session, Sandeep and Gagan. Thanks a lot for
Thank you,
all
Mona.
the
Thank
info
you.
as always, Two things. One is that, sometimes, many times on LinkedIn, we see that there are a lot of people who are putting their products, basically doing a post of their products, right? Showcasing their products as a post. Do you think that's a good idea? Like I'm in apparel now, kids apparel. So do you think it's a good thing that to make a collage in an interesting way and put that on as a post or no? Because I saw some, shirt people, men's shirt manufacturers, the fabric manufacturers, lace manufacturers putting up their products.
So I would say 80-20 rule follows everywhere. 80% of time, it should be more towards adding knowledge, writing about the industry, talking about the trends. I mean, when you're talking about a trend, you can showcase your products. I mean, nobody's stopping you from that, but don't mention to sell. And yes, you can put in some kind of video, some kind of things like, but again, don't try to put in something which is direct selling. You can kind of create a success story. You can say that, okay, this is the range created for a brand in UK or something like that.
Okay, okay.
So it's kind of a subtle way of selling, but not selling.
All right. So basically, you just value added things like if you're doing a CSR project, then just put that.
Yeah, CSR is good. No. I mean, I'm saying that talk about your industry, talk about the trends, talk about your expertise, something about sustainability, something about, whatever design process, some changes are happening, some trends are coming. So all that is good. At the same time, it's fine for company thing you can, but if it is like just about selling that, okay, suppose we are saying that, okay, do this, do that, that doesn't really fit in the LinkedIn platform. But yes,
It doesn't.
at times you
No,
can.
it looked odd to me, but I thought I'll just check with you because I saw, for
we need to,
Baby.com, of course, them putting up some of their t-shirts. Then for USI, I saw a lot of, they had done some projects, so they put in some, not always, but they do put in sometimes.
so I think, as I said, 80-20, 20% of time you can actually promote your product. So
Okay.
out of the 10 posts you're doing in a month, you can do like 2 posts about some kind of subtle selling.
Okay.
I would still say subtle selling because, okay, you can show your pictures, but then try to use a softer language, which is not direct selling.
Correct. Okay. Okay. That's a good. Secondly, when we are addressing somebody, like, we found a connection.
Mona, just a minute. Gagan, anytime you want to add something, please feel free.
Yeah, no problem. Please go ahead.
Yeah, Mona.
So, sometimes when we are doing the connections and we are, we are trying to get connected and, okay, we get the connection and then you say, okay, as usual, like a greeting or something, hi, good to be connected or something like that. And all that. But, and exactly after like the second thing, okay, talk about them. And then maybe at some time, at the third time, maybe, and suppose you don't get any response back to your first message or your second message. Do you think you should send them the third message or not send it?
See, I think, first of all the connections you made, I think you need to really create a bit of study on that in terms of which are the people who are very good connect for you. And that is something where you should actually put in more effort. See, there will be a lot of people you'll be connecting, but if you feel that this person can actually help you grow your business, maybe someone who's kind of a big buyer in a big company or someone who's like an owner and all that. So keep them on kind of your VIP list, as a target VIP list. B2B business, you don't require too many people everywhere. I mean, like for UK, if you take 1 or 2 good buyers, that's about it. I mean,
That's
fine.
yeah.
So B2B is more about quality than quantity. So look at that. And of course, it is not that every time people would react to you. If you say thank you, it will be thank you. Like, I don't think people will reply by say, okay, no, thanks for connecting. I mean, they might not. But the second message, whatever you want to send, some value addition or whatever, it should not come very soon. It should be like at least 10 to 15 days gap.
Apart.
Yeah. So, I mean, like, don't try to push things to someone. I mean, people can get away from you very fast.
Okay. 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 Fine.
And of course, while talking to people, you will find out, how to connect. I mean, there's no thumb rule in terms of connection, but yeah, you will find out. Gagan would like to add something to this.
Yeah, sure, Sandeep. One of the idea here is to be in front of the potential buyer. Okay?
Yeah.
Now, the follow-up can happen in many aspects. If you want to be in front of the potential buyer, just liking one of their posts and leaving a comment on it also means that you are recalled. The one, every time somebody likes my post or like you like my post or somebody leaves a comment, I get a notification that Mona liked my post or Mona commented and what she commented on, right?
Correct.
So I have
Correct.
a recall about you. So you are slowly getting into their mind space. Okay. This is also kind of a follow-up after an initial connect. And it does happen. You end up clicking that person and you're just checking that person out. And the moment somebody checks that person out, LinkedIn automatically or any social media tool automatically picks up that algorithm And next time you will actually see the post sooner than what earlier happened. If you usually see a post, the algorithm picks it in a way that you sometimes see a post 3 days later, somebody who's posted. This is how LinkedIn works, right? In that case, if you've actually got the liking, you will actually end up seeing that post a little early, 2.5 days. Or then sometimes, so people whom you are most interacting with, you see the post like instantly. So it works in many, many ways, and just liking them, connecting with them, just like that also helps. And my recommendation to you is that always choose 2 or 3 different modes of connecting with them.
Okay.
For example, you've left a message for them on a comment for them on LinkedIn. You've also from your email sent out a mail to them with telling them that what's new which has come up at your end and how it can help them take it forward. So you are multiple channels in a very subtle way, presenting one after the other, timing it, which are your conquest prospect. Now these are your conquest prospect, and you have to use a strategy to go to them rather than just being in fact, if you have not got a response and if the second time you send a 15 days later response, you are unlikely to get a response again on that. Use this kind of strategy. It slowly builds up. It's a long-term strategy, Mona, frankly.
I understand it. It takes, because sometimes we are talking to some prospects maybe for over a year.
Yes.
And it starts materializing after that.
Yes, and frankly, you're absolutely right. Sorry to cut you, but frankly, there have been some people who have told me that, you know what, after they got Pally with me, said, I look at somebody for about a year before I actually decide to work with them. I need to see
That is true. No, that I do too. I really wait and watch, see their posts, see their activity, check them out, and only then connect. Yeah, I do that too. A lot of times. One more question, if you have time. Like I discussed my e-commerce work with you. Now, mostly, like till now, we have not actually got around doing a lot of LinkedIn work on that.
Mm-hmm.
So is it a good idea to just do your own, like a brand page and your personal branding both on that?
Brand page as well as personal branding. Tell me more about it.
I sent you the link for that True Shape Club, right? Yeah. Okay. So now we've not got around doing the LinkedIn, promoting it, or maybe, taking it forward on the LinkedIn a lot. So do you think it's a good idea to take it like, post, do a connection, do our blogs, like do the blogs that we are writing on our website.
Yes.
And so, post those there too. And
Absolutely.
This is a great strategy. You should even you should share from your business page about your articles which you have written. I see on your website you've written some very nice articles. You have spoken about a lot of factors. You should talk about them actively on LinkedIn and generate interest with the people. You should share it on your business page, company business page, and from that you or your team members should share it on their page, with which the reach for that particular page increases.
All right.
Yeah. And also like if it's an article about an industry or something, then do look at the groups you join in. Put in your blogs there as well. I mean, people would love to read and comment, and there's a lot of connections happen there.
Okay. That's a great idea.
Thank you, Mona.
Thanks so much. Thank you so much.
Welcome.
It's always a great thing. Great talking to you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, Pooja, please go ahead.
Gagan sir, as a professional, I have used LinkedIn account for over the years, but for the business point of view, this LinkedIn is a completely new thing for me. In fact, I have been using Facebook, Instagram for my existing business promotions. But when it comes to LinkedIn, I totally get blanked when I get to know like how to write the content part, how to get connections, and export is a total new thing for me. Like I'm just about to start it. So how do I get idea? Can you just suggest me like from where to learn about this content writing, or by seeing some examples, like how to go ahead? Because LinkedIn, I was like even not knowing about LinkedIn can be used as a business this thing like promotion.
Sandeep, you would like to answer?
Yeah, Pooja. First thing is, First thing is always look at the similar companies like yours, see what they are doing, see what the kind of content they are sharing, look at the industry leaders from your industry, and take inspiration from them. And of course, write something good. And LinkedIn is all about originality. It's about, of course, there are various things we discussed about, like what you should write, what you should not, and stuff like that. But it is about originality. You have to do value addition as an expert. It's about creating an expert image in the mind of your buyers. So create content which is visually nice, which is written nicely, which adds value, which is not too long, which is very specific and adds value to people. Okay. I hope it answers some of your questions. And there are a lot of smaller courses which you can find out in terms of content creation and stuff like that.
Okay, so we'll try going for that.
Thank you, Pooja. Amit, please go ahead. Yeah, Amit.
Yeah, hi Sandeep.
Yeah, Amit.
Yeah. In fact, for the LinkedIn page, like we have two category of products. One is raw material.
Raw
And
material. Okay.
yeah. And secondly, from that raw material, we are making finished products.
Okay.
In nutritional supplement, say for example, there is a product which is, say lycopene.
No, understood,
PNC.
Amit, understood. Yeah, tell me.
So you would suggest to, showcase both the products on the same LinkedIn page when creating URL, or you would suggest to, go in for two different pages on the same LinkedIn profile.
I think if they are from the same industry, like the raw material and also the product is from the same industry, then of course you need to create just one page.
Okay.
Because see, there's a lot of effort. In fact, I'll tell you, I had 4 brands. I've clubbed them together into one site now. Why?
Okay.
Because I was spending like multiple money on every brand. So now we combine it together in one place. There's a landing page where all the 3-4 things comes and people can select. Why? Because there's a budget is going to happen in terms of marketing your pages or your products. So the more diversion you create, if it's the same industry, it's a different industry, then we can think about creating something else. And then rather I'll say create a new brand as well. So I think it's good to keep one page only.
Yeah. And the same question, what Pooja asked just now, that, many of us are, startups and maybe 2 years, 3 years old in the business. So maybe like, she has mentioned that she has not heard of the LinkedIn page. So I think you should help us in, for the people, those who have not heard of LinkedIn, or like, we just have our personal pages and we have not created any time, give some, from where we should learn to create professional pages.
Amit, there are 2-3 ways to do that. One is, of course, there are professional companies which can help you do that. And if you don't want to spend that money, there are simple tutorials on YouTube which you can find out how to create a good profile. Of course, and it's creating a page is not a rocket science. So it's about creating your brochure. I mean, if you want to create your brochure, of course, try to look at a lot of points are being given today in terms of what is to be done, what is not to be done. So utilize that, and there are a lot of videos available online which can give you that knowledge. You don't really need to go for a specific course yourself to do that.
Right.
You go to Udemy for very small money, you can get some nice courses for that.
Yes, right. Thank you, Sandeep. Thanks a lot.
Thank you so much, Amit. And I think we are almost done, and Gagan and me have
just one answer to the first question what Amit mentioned. Adding to what Sandeep gave the advice, just would like to mention, when it comes to 2 pages, LinkedIn business page now offers tabs like you have in websites. So if you have a product 1 and product 2, on LinkedIn business page, you can add tab 1, tab 2, and from your business page itself, people can click that and look at that product page. It is absolutely possible, the same way you do it for your websites. But as Sandeep said, if you have two very different products or two different industries, do not put it on one page. If they are similar, then put it like a website if you would like to. Okay. Go ahead, Sandeep. Yeah.
Great. I think we are done for today, and me and Gagan have another session at 9. So we've been having back-to-back sessions today. So thank you so much for your time. If you are willing, just raise hand and we can put you into breakout rooms. And if you're all done and you're exhausted like we are, we can close the room for today. Would love to have you guys interact once more. We can create the room and then we can leave and you can be there as long as you want. So just raise hand if you want to continue and do networking. And we can just create the room for you in case you want to leave. Thank you so much for coming and we look forward to meet you. Those of you who are in the current batch, we look forward to see you on Saturday. Those of you who are from older batches, we look forward to see you next month, sometime for the monthly lecture. So those of you who want to stay, I'll give you 2 minutes to stay so that we can move you to the rooms. Other than that, you guys can leave and I'm stopping the recording for now.